लास्ट वीडियो में हमने देखा यूनिक फीचर्स ऑफ द लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म। हम कैसे कंक्लूड करेंगे कि एनीथिंग वॉट एवर प्रेजेंट अराउंड अस दैट इज लिविंग और नॉन लिविंग। लास्ट वीडियो में हमने ग्रोथ, डेवलपमेंट, देन रिप्रोडक्शन, सच टाइप ऑफ यूनिक फीचर्स हमने स्टडी किए। उसके बाद एक वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट यूनिक फीचर है लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म का, दैट इज द कॉन्शियसनेस। अब कॉन्शियसनेस क्या होता है? कॉन्शियसनेस मीन्स द मोस्ट ऑफ द obvious and technically complicated feature of all the living organism. I'm talking about this consciousness. Why? Because living organism is the ability to sense their surroundings or the environment. That is could be like physical, it may be chemical, or it may be a biological. So we sense our environment through our sense organs. Like हम plants के बारे में बात करेंगे, plants also respond to the environmental factors. There are so many environmental factors which is affect or effect on the plants, like light is there, water, temperature, other organism, pollutants are there, gravitation is there. So there are so many biological factor, environmental factor affect on the plants, but plants have the ability to respond such environmental or the biological factors. So that is the consciousness of the plants. That means it is the awareness of the surroundings and responding to the external stimuli. That is the consciousness. All organism from your prokaryotes to the most of the eukaryotes. Now there is no need to tell you what is the difference between the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic. आपने 9th और 10th में ये टर्म पढ़ी होगी, that what is the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic organism. तो हम all living organisms के बारे में बात करें, including your prokaryotic and the eukaryotic, that respond to the different kinds of stimuli. That means they respond to the different environmental factors. Like if we talk about the photoperiod कहाँ पे affect करेगा? Of course on the plant. So the photoperiod affects the reproduction in the seasonal breeders, both plants and the animals. So that's why all, अगर हम human beings के बारे में बात करें, human beings is only organism who is aware of himself, and all organisms handle chemical entering their bodies. All organisms therefore are aware of their surroundings, and human being is only the organism who is aware of himself, that is has self consciousness. humans के पास self consciousness होती है. अगर आपके पास कुछ like snake आ गया, ऐसा कुछ animal आ गया, तो आप उसके साथ जाके बातें नहीं करते, आप वहां से निकल जाते हैं. that is the self consciousness जो सिर्फ humans के पास है. Okay, so consciousness therefore becomes the defining property of the living organism. But in many cases, I am talking about the humans now. Listen carefully. When it comes to the human beings, it is all the more difficult to define the living state. आप कहोगे कि ये क्या पूछ लिया, but I am talking about that humans who are in the coma stage, like जिनका लंग ट्रांसप्लांट कर दिया है, किडनी ट्रांसप्लांट कर दी गई है, जो कोमा में है, उनका ब्रेन तो ऑलरेडी डेड हो चुका है. So We observe the patients lying in the coma in hospitals, virtually supported by machines, which replace the heart and lungs, and the patient is otherwise brain dead. So, the patient has no self consciousness. So, are such patients who never come back to normal life? हम कैसे प्रेडिक्ट करें कि वो लिविंग है या नॉन लिविंग है? Of course, it is not possible to conclude about that patient that he is living or non-living. In the higher classes, you will come to know that all living phenomena is due to the underlying interactions, like the properties of tissues are not present in the constituent cells but arise as a result of the interactions among the molecular constituent. Okay, so that's why this phenomena is true in the some different kind of organization. Therefore, we can say that living organisms are self-replicating, that involve evolving and self-regulatory systems are present in the living organism. अगर हम लाइफ स्पैन के बारे में बात करें, which is अब ये ऑल लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स के बारे में एप्लीकेबल है लाइफ स्पैन. क्या होता है लाइफ स्पैन? लाइफ स्पैन मीन्स फ्रॉम द बर्थ टू द डेथ, जो कुछ भी फेजेस है, दैट इज द लाइफ स्पैन. सो दीज आर ऑल द यूनिक characters which is present on the living organism as a characteristic. Okay, so biology is the story of life on the earth, and biology is the evolution of living organisms on the earth. And all living organisms, present, past and future, are linked to one another by sharing of the common genetic material but to varying degrees. तो हमने यूनिक फीचर्स ऑफ द लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म में पहला देखा था ग्रोथ, reproduction, consciousness, lifespan. These are all the unique features of the all living organism, जहाँ से आप प्रेडिक्ट करेंगे कि कौन सा अबायोटिक फैक्टर है और कौन सा बायोटिक फैक्टर है. बायोटिक फैक्टर मीन्स इट इज द लिविंग एंड अबायोटिक मीन्स इट इज द नॉन लिविंग. उसके बाद है डाइवर्सिटी इन द लिविंग वर्ल्ड. एक्चुअली diversity in the living world, that means there are lots of variety of living organisms are around us, there are lots of non-living variety around us. Then it is question that how will you conclude such type of non-living and the living factors. So if you look around, you will see a variety of organism. That may be your plants, that may be your birds, insects, your pets or other animals and plants. आपके एनवायरनमेंट में और आपके पास में कुछ ऐसे भी ऑर्गेनिजम्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं जो आपको नेकेड आई से नहीं दिखते. दैट इज द माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स. एक्चुअली द माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स आर प्रेजेंट एवरीवेयर इन नेचर. And these are also present around us, but you cannot see with your naked eyes, but they are all around you. If you were to increase the area that you make the observations, then you will see a variety of organism that you would see a much greater number and the kinds of the living organism. And whatever the अगर आप डेंस फॉरेस्ट में विजिट करेंगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि कितनी वैरायटी कितने काइंड के वैरायटी ऑफ प्लांट्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, एनिमल्स एंड ऑर्गेनिजम्स आर ऑल्सो प्रेजेंट इन द फॉरेस्ट. So the number of the species that are known and described range between 1.7 to 1.8 millions, and this refers to a biodiversity. Then how will you define the biodiversity? Biodiversity means the number and the types of organisms present on the earth. And we should remember here that as we explore the new areas and even odd ones, of course the new organisms are continuously being identified. So अगर lots of organism present है, plants है, animals है, so the millions of the plants and animals in the world, we know the plants and animals in our own area actually by their local names. अगर हमारे ह्यूमंस में भी बहुत सारा पॉपुलेशन है, बट दे हैव द स्पेसिफिक नेम, दे हैव द स्पेसिफिक सरनेम, जहां से उनको हम आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं. बट lots of plants are also present, lots of organisms are there, animals are there. So we know the plants and animals in our own area by their local names, and these local names would vary from place to place. Of course it is possible because these are just the local names. These local names would vary from place to place, even within a country. If you see, probably you would recognize the confusion that would be created if we did not find ways and means to talk to each other. To refer to organisms we are talking about. So that's why there is a need to organization and to give the name for such millions of plants and animals. And that is under here: identification, nomenclature and the classification. ये जो सारे plants, animals present है environment में और all over the world, उनको एक अलग group में according to their shape, according to their size, according to their fundamental characters, according to their functions, उनको एक ग्रुप में सेपरेट करना जरूरी है. And that is under the identification, nomenclature and the classification. Now the question is that identification means what to do in the identification. When पहले तो हम nomenclature करेंगे. What is a nomenclature, students? Nomenclature, that means there is a need to standardize the naming of living organism such that a particular organism is known by the same name all over the world, and that is called a nomenclature. Then there is the identification. Obviously, nomenclature or the naming is only possible when the organism is described correctly. And we know that what organism is name is attached to. And this is called the identification. And then there is a classification. After the nomenclature and the identification, we will classify according to the nomenclature and the identification. That may be अगर हम plant को कुछ nomenclature करेंगे, even animals को, like अगर हम mango के बारे में बात करें, mango का एक special name है, botanical name. Humans का भी botanical name कुछ अलग है, scientific name कुछ अलग है. That is the nomenclature. and you will see detailed in the next video that what is the biological nomenclature, what is the identification, what is the generic name, what is the specific name, that you will all study in the next part of the lesson. So, thank you so much.